Kususangpula, good evening, Your Excellency, Tashos, distinguished guests, partners, colleagues, and friends. First of all, thank you for your patience. Welcome to Bhutan's Green Growth, a model destination for sustainability-focused FDI. This is a celebratory event jointly organized by Mountain Hazelnuts and the European Union. We are so glad that all of you are here and have patiently waited till now to celebrate this with us. We appreciate it from the bottom of our hearts. And I think the EU delegation feels the same way. It is my pleasure and honor to now request His Excellency, the Minister for Agriculture and Livestock, to give us the keynote speech.
Excellencies, Tashos, distinguished invitees, and most importantly, our colleagues, our friends from the European Union, Dr. Watson and team from Mountain Hazelnut, ladies and gentlemen, Kuzuzangbola, and good evening. This morning, I was with a group of very committed people from different walks of life. That included our parliamentarians, civil servants, friends working in the civil society organizations, teachers, students, monks, and most importantly, an energetic group of youth. We were celebrating an important day, the World Earth Day 2025. Right now, this evening, we are here to celebrate yet another significant and a historic milestone, one that speaks about our shared commitment to an inclusive and sustainable growth, environmental stewardship, and the spirit of international partnership. This, I think, is an excellent way to end the celebration of an important day, the Earth Day 2025. We are here to celebrate a landmark achievement, the USD $7.9 million equity investment in Mountain Hazelnuts. Congratulations, the team Mountain Hazelnut, for this incredible achievement. I would like to emphasize that this is more than just an investment. It is a profound expression of trust in our people, trust in our timeless policies, in our potential, and above all, the trust in the visionary leadership of our beloved monarchs. Our kings have guided us with wisdom, crafting our environmental policies that continue to receive global recognition and admiration. This achievement, however, would not have been possible without the unwavering dedication of our farmers and communities, who are the true custodians and the torchbearers of our King's enduring vision. Today, our environment is not only the lifeline of our nation's survival, but also most powerful identity, and unique selling proposition. Therefore, I would like to thank Mirova and Finnfund for their support and leadership, and to the European Union for enabling this investment through the EFSD Plus carbon sinks guarantee. It is a testament of your appreciation and love for our timeless environmental vision and our people's perseverance on environmental conservation. This is indeed unprecedented, and it indicates the fact that sustainable and climate positive investment is not only possible, it is thriving here. It also epitomizes the hard work and dedication of the team led by Dr. Watson at Bhutan Mountain Hazelnut. Since its establishment in 2009, Mountain Hazelnut has been an example of how economic growth and development can go hand in hand with environmental stewardship and social impact. Working with more than 8,500 smallholder farmers, the company has helped restore degraded land, improved rural livelihood, and supported carbon sequestration. This, in fact, is a gross national happiness in action, where prosperity, equity, and sustainability grow together. The Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock is proud to have been part of this transformative journey. Nearly 2 decades ago, Mountain Hazelnut was approved as the first foreign direct investment in Bhutan's agriculture sector, with the company holding 100% equity ownership. It is a unique, it was a unique and bold move, especially at a time when our policy did not allow 100% equity ownership. However, we firmly believed in the vision and determination behind the FDI to enhance farmers' incomes and rehabilitate degraded and barren farmland. We also recognized that agroforestry is more than just a farming system. It is a powerful solution, a solution that strengthens food security, improves soil health, and build resilience against climate change. Today's investment also opens up an exciting possibilities for Bhutan. With the successful implementation of this project, we will be better placed to attract global climate finance into other promising sectors such as agro and ecotourism, renewable energy, digital agriculture, and nature-based solutions, to mention a few. These are pillars of future economy: green, inclusive, and resilient and sustainable. Lastly, certainly not the least, once again, to our friends from the European Union, I thank you for your unwavering support. Your confidence in Bhutan's development vision has made this possible. Let this partnership grow deeper and broader in the years ahead. And to our farmers, extension workers, and rural communities, you are the heart of this transformation. Your dedication sustains not just our farms, but the future of our nation. And to Mountain Hazelnut team, I commend your commitment, innovation, and perseverance. May your success continue to inspire us all as you plant the seeds of prosperity, tree by tree and village by village. Let us move together forward towards a greener, more resilient, and sustainable future for generations to come. Finally, allow me to conclude my statement with the profound vision and wisdom of His Majesty, the Fourth King. I quote, "The environment is not for us, it is for our children and the generations to come. We do not inherit the earth from our ancestors. We borrow it from our children." Unquote. Thank you and Tashtilik.
Thank you, Your Excellency. We support your aspirations as well. Our aspirations are the same. And happy Earth Day. I should have started our event like that, but I guess there's always moments to celebrate as we continue our event today. I would now like to invite our Chief Executive Officer, Dr. Sean Watson, to say a few words.
Your Excellencies, Dashos, distinguished guests, esteemed partners, hazelnut growers, friends and colleagues. It's a profound honor and privilege to address you on this significant occasion, one that resonates deeply on multiple levels. Today, we come together to celebrate a transformative milestone, not only for Mountain Hazelnuts, but for Bhutan and our collective aspiration for a sustainable, equitable future. It is especially fitting that we mark this moment on Earth Day, a global call to reflect on our responsibility to nurture our planet and each other. So I'm thrilled to announce that Mountain Hazelnuts has secured a landmark deal of $7.9 million equity investment from our long-term trusted partner, Mirova, and our new partner, Finnfund, a part of Team Europe, supported by a pioneering European Union EFSD plus carbon sink guarantee. These are institutions that invest with intention and discernment. By choosing to invest in Bhutan through Mountain Hazelnuts, they affirm something remarkable: Bhutan's global leadership in sustainability and the resilience of its people and policies in forging a green economy from the ground up. This investment will fuel critical initiatives, including climate adaptation grafting, factory expansion, marketing and branding, and certifications such as Rainforest Alliance and Bhutan Organic. These efforts will strengthen our ability to deliver Bhutan's premium hazelnuts, which you've all now tasted. They are excellent. So we will deliver these to global markets while creating greater value for our 8,000 farming families, which we proudly partner with, and we have some of our partners in the room today. On behalf of Mountain Hazelnuts, I extend our deepest gratitude to the Royal Government of Bhutan for your unwavering support, Limpo, and visionary leadership. This milestone is a testament to our public-private community partnership built on trust and a shared commitment to progress. To the Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock, local governments across 19 dzongkhags, and the thousands of Bhutanese growers, extension officers, and the Mountain Hazelnuts team who work tirelessly behind the scenes. You are the heart and soul of this endeavor. This investment is more than financial capital. It is a powerful endorsement of belief. Belief in the ingenuity of smallholder farmers, belief in agroforestry as a cornerstone of climate resilience, belief in Bhutan's FDI targets enshrined in the 13th five-year plan, and its ambition to become a high income gross national happiness economy by 2034. To our international partners, Mirova, Finnfund, and Team Europe, thank you for recognizing the immense potential in Bhutan's hillsides, its people, and its principles. We are committed as a team to delivering not only financial returns, but also tangible impacts in livelihoods, biodiversity, and carbon sequestration. This moment also marks Finnfund's and Team Europe's first private sector investment in Bhutan and the first application of the EFSD Plus carbon sink guarantee anywhere in the world. This is the very first application. This sends a powerful message to the world. Bhutan is not only an inspiration, but a premier destination for impactful investment. Looking forward, our mission remains steadfast: to build a globally competitive, socially inclusive, and environmentally regenerative hazelnut value chain, rooted in the values that make Bhutan extraordinary. Let us seize this moment to renew our commitment to the earth, to our growers, and to a shared prosperity that honors people, nature, and our future generations. I end with a heartfelt gratitude to His Majesty the King for leading the way, and to everyone here today for embracing this vision for a more purposeful approach to investment and business in Bhutan. Tashidil.
Thank you, Doctor. May I now have the pleasure of inviting His Excellency Hervé Delphin, the EU Ambassador to India and Bhutan, to come to the podium. Thank you.
Thank you. Your Excellency, Minister of Agriculture Funcho, and dear friend Tashos, and dear Dr. Watson, CEO of Mountain Hazelnut, international investors and partners, government officials, local business communities, local partners, and farmers, and the media. First of all, please accept our sincere apologies for having delayed this event. We were held up in very intense, constructive discussions the whole day. That speaks highly about the intensity and the quality of the EU and Bhutan relations. So thanks again for your patience and bearing with us. It gives us immense pleasure to be with you today to celebrate a landmark and a milestone in EU-Bhutan cooperation and partnership. As it was said by the two previous speakers, we are breaking new ground. We are breaking new ground in different ways through this project that is really at the intersection of different objectives that we are pursuing together with Bhutan that have been highlighted by the previous speakers. It also touches on a very important sector, the agro-food sector and agriculture. It represents really the heart of of Bhutan economy, but a sector with high potential. And so while we are trying to look ahead, we are looking also ahead in terms of the instruments we mobilize. We are not just a development partner. We want to be an economic partner. We want to be a trade partner, and as much as we are a political partner to Bhutan. And indeed, as mentioned, we have mobilized this carbon sinks guarantee instrument, which enhance access to finance private sector-led projects or initiatives across carbon sink sectors. And hazelnut is typically a tree crop grown on fallow and degraded mountain slopes, and it represents really an important carbon sink potential. So we mobilized this ESDF plus. It's a guarantee that helps de-risking private investment and aim to mobilize private sector's investment in developing countries, and we take some of the risk associated with this investment. So the guarantees are used to enhance the attractiveness of projects to investors and allowing them to finance projects that might be otherwise too risky or have uncertain returns without the added guarantee, the security of the guarantee. So this is really the first time, as mentioned previously, that we are mobilizing these instruments, and we are glad that together with Finnfund, Mirova, we are coming in support of their investment in the Mountain Hazelnut. And I think this is a perfect combination of Team Europe with a team of inspired visionaries and entrepreneurs. Behind this, we realize that there are a lot of individual farmers, and I think we hope to pay respect to them, because that is really, they are the heart of this project. And we hope that through this, they feel recognized and they feel honored. And I'm sure they will not fail in showing that this investment is well placed and will have so many returns, not just economically, socially, environmentally. So, distinguished guests, it's worth noting that over the past years, the EU has worked consistently mobilizing and supporting investment in Bhutan. And it's not just public investment, it's also private. So last year, for the first time, the European Investment Bank and the Royal Government of Bhutan signed a framework loan agreement to support the development of solar, photovoltaic, and small to medium hydropower plants in Bhutan. And such loan is also guaranteed by an EU guarantee specifically dedicated to EIB investment. And recently, we mobilized the Asia Pacific Investment Facility to add an additional 3.1 million euro to grant to fund a dedicated technical assistance to accompany the deployment of such a loan, and by facilitating the completion of specific assessment and studies. What I'm trying to convey here is that we really are turning every stone, and we are mobilizing all possible instruments at our disposal to support private investment and public investment in Bhutan. While as Bhutan is graduating from the LDC, I think it's no longer the moment of grants, it's the moment of investment. And this event today is showcasing in an impressive way that there is a way for these activities. And what we like particularly about this is that it really fully ties in with the Bhutan strategy to develop its natural resources in a sustainable way. And we had so many opportunities to discuss with Excellency the Minister that the agricultural sector in Bhutan yields so much potential for high-value products. And here, I think with this project, you are really trailblazing, and you are showing that the power of the hazelnut will bring other in line to look at other potentials that can be delivered. I was even told that there can be even symbiosis, like hazelnut growth can also go together with truffles. So what I wish is that maybe in the future, we will see this hazelnut not just generating hazelnut, but also be a grow for truffles, which are a high value product also. So there are many ways with ingenuity and creativity, imagination and leadership to bring that to new levels. And we really would like to acknowledge the great prospects that are lie ahead for the livelihoods improvement of small farmers, 2/3 of them being located in eastern Bhutan, a region that has been lagging behind in terms of economic development and prone to immigration. So we, again, through this project, we really are touching so many aspects of our engagement and policies here in Bhutan. So as this grows, and I also like to take this opportunity to state our commitment to support even more FDI, and we have agreed with His Majesty the King's government and His Majesty the King as well to organize an unprecedented event later in the year in Europe, in Brussels, a Bhutan Investment Forum, where it will be public and private investments, trying to sort of organize a giant matchmaking between investors from Europe and investors from Bhutan, or economic operators from Bhutan. So I think this is the way ahead. And I think with this project, implementing your business plan and allowing the world to appreciate the unique flavor of this hazelnut, that I will rate 5 stars. We just had a bite now, and I think keep that away from me, because I'm gonna go around and take all the little balls. So we really look forward to more harvest. I've looked at the sort of forecast and the plan of how the production will scale up. This is impressive. And I think it has to do with the respect of nature. Nature takes its time to grow, but when it's well done, it's impressive. As I see, you can move sevenfold and then threefold and then double. And so that is great. That is the way ahead. And I wish you all the best and thank you for being part of this common adventure. And we are really happy to be in support of this. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Excellency. We're delighted by the enthusiasm and excitement you have for Bhutan, and especially for our hazelnuts. I'm going to invite everybody to just look back to the center. These are our grower partners. Could you, Atiya Jennala Ajakarma Otashi? So we have our hazelnut growers and we have a local government leader who is an ally from the East. So a round of applause for our very hardworking and passionate hazelnut growers. This is the perfect segue to bring two of our growers forward. I'd like to invite them to share their testimonies, what the experience has been like cultivating hazelnuts in Bhutan. So I'd like to invite, and Your Excellency mentioned intercropping about truffles and hazelnuts. We actually have a strawberry and hazelnut grower, and he's done it successfully. He grows the juiciest, biggest strawberries in Bhutan with hazelnuts. So he's cultivating hazelnuts in Bhutan. This is central Bhutan. And Ongawang, she is our grower from Mongar, one of the first ones to plant hazelnuts. And they will share their testimonies. We'll have a translation for Ongawang because she speaks in her dialect. But Otashu is Anglophone. He can speak English. So I'll give the mic over to you.
So, Kuzambu to all, Kuzambu to Excellency, our Agriculture Minister, and all the audience from outside and inside, and all the Dasus from our country, and all the friends and around the country here. I would like to express my short experience in front of our all colleagues about our hazelnut till now, how we are doing and how was the experience we have actually met with the hazelnut till the date. So first of all, a very special thank to the hazelnut company for inviting me to and providing me this great opportunity to share my experiences about hazelnut as a grower. So first, why I am interested in this hazelnut business, I should have to express first, I think. So in this case, what I found in hazelnut business means, I found at the first time, I found that it is the large scale business over the globe. First of all, very large scale business over the globe, and which our Bhutanese farmer could not believe at all how we can do in future. That we have got very big opportunity in this position now. I am very happy to the hazelnut company. And secondly, I found that hazelnut had no marketing problem at all, I found. This is my experience in growing hazelnut, because it has very good and a long shelf life. There is no chance of damaging when products are collected. It can be stored in a store for a long time and use it in as our wish. No, that experience I found. And thirdly, as a grower, is very easy for management of the hazelnut garden, like other crop, like where do you say orange and every others fruit, they are a bit difficult, I found. As my experience, according to my experience, I found that hazelnut is more easier in managing the orchard. I found that. And fourthly, what I want, good and long shelf life. It is very easy for storage, and we can export to any country we have the long time duration for the business, and there is no chance of damaging like strawberry. I'm doing strawberry business here. I should share about the strawberries. So strawberry is very fragile, everybody knows. So as we pick up from the ground, it will get damaged. So by reaching to the town, it gets more damage. When it reaches to our table, it gets worse. So I found very difficult. Even then, I'm doing this business um, till now, and I am growing hazelnut and strawberry together as a intercropping. Why I am growing this strawberry and hazelnut together means, what I am thinking is, till the hazelnut gives us the fruiting, we have little gap between that. So we need to cover that gap. We need to have the money to sustain our life. For that meaning, I am doing the strawberry between hazelnut. Once hazelnut is grown up, once it is boost up, and once it is giving, it is able to give maximum money for our livelihood, then at the same time we will be grower older. At the time, I think hazelnut will be the base for the future and the future generation of our children. I found that, and so that was my experience in hazelnut. I really found very easy other comparing to other product in hazelnut business. So I commend to other people also, for the botanist people, those who are interested for the hazelnut plantation and doing the business. I would like to commend them to take interest in this business, because we have already found that idea how the hazelnut is going to boost our life in future. I have already experienced, and I have already found that I have already studied that hazelnut will surely boost our goodness future in tremendously in future. I think what I'm studying this, and I have found it, because every sectors and even from the outside, they are having and they are having interest in hazelnut, and especially our executive officer or hazelnut company. I thank him from my heart that we got this golden opportunity to join in this worldwide business, which we didn't hope even before, and we could not, we wouldn't be able to hope in future also. Those who are failed to join this business this time, they may regret at the end, I should say. I think because I have studied something about hazelnut, and how strawberry. If I share a little bit about strawberry, if strawberry for up to this extent for this time, I'm getting good what income. I can sustain well. I can earn good. Even then, I am 99% sure to the hazelnut, because hazelnut has the golden opportunity in future. For strawberry, very fragile business, very delicate business, and we need too much expenditure, too much too much time, too much anything else. A very dangerous business, but for the living livelihood, for the earning of livelihood, we need to do this business. What this is just for the timing, I think I'm doing, and for future, I hope and I give the 100% sure to all our growers that please never stop doing growing hazelnut, because hazelnut is the, what do you say, roadway to our to become the millionaire I found, especially the hazelnut grower, those who are interested in future. So, and lastly, I would like to thank all the audience, those who have joined here from outside and inside, and our excellencies and all the brothers and sisters. I have a heartfelt thanks from my side, and very much I got very much privileged to get this opportunity to talk in front of you and share a little bit of my little idea in front of the colleagues. And I thank very much and thank to everyone.
Let's open reduction. Naso ne limpo dakshu ne satamchin garang kusambo da shunja. Ne jangshu mongara posurunge ngawang chudun da shunja.
I greet you everyone, and I'm Ngong Chedin from Posorong in Mongadong.
Ne hazelnut janga hazelnut show ne namlo nikdong ne songturga cheka gila da shunjala. Ne ekar nikting cheka jada ne godang parang janga sagay pushu. Ni pura manang chukara ni uma hazelnut kaipu supi gaja nei tadi ke kata ni manang kaipu makachin zamni ni hazelnut kaipu kodang parang ni ekanik sing kaipu ni supi gajangi go supa gila da shunja.
I started growing hazelnut in 2013 after I discovered that most of my lands are more or less waste and that cannot be cultivated for other crops. So I invested like 2 acres of land for harvesting hazelnut.
Hazelnut chini ne ekanik sing chela kamni ne jachage jacharang likpa mawanya la jachage jacharang su malikchi jachage ngabang turshua da shuli. Ne rukti braga ni chini la ne ay tap turga cheka ga nangka rukti jachage ngap chubang tursha lik ni ngap chubang shua da. Ne umachanga ne la dazin aka ga kebar gi ni jachage ngabang tur chini ne una braba purarang pura likpa.
Of all the hazelnut trees that I planted, about 5% got destroyed and cannot be sustainable. But comparing to the good forest that are in the village, they lost almost 50% of the plants. But for me, I've been able to take care of the plants and grow at least 95%.
Ne una hazelnut kai chuktan ne ko pasi masela gangka ni company ki ni lichet pika ko kap turnang ni ne liga ko kap khai pubo ne ai mongar phosorong ga nang ni ne ai kong pa song sam phang tur ki liga ko kap nyong ni ne tiru khai pu company ki en bini ne nging tur ga bar ka chai bang ki bum nik chiri bang chai bang ki bum ri ne thoshu nyong kan ki bum nganga pang an nyong ni liga ko kap pu nyong pa da shi lichet
Initially, when we started, the hazelnut company contributed, gave all the resources, including the fencing, the fertilizers, the plants, saplings. Therefore, we have been able to sustain and then grow almost all. And most of the growers made a profit of almost, the highest is 500,000 newton, and then lowest almost like 100,000 newton.
ne una liche than ne ong changing dak patur ga nang ka ha posurung jan ga ne hazelnut pa se le ko chungni ni se kai pu mang po arang se ni ne un en thana ni se ba phutpe ga ko chuk pa kam ni ne phosing ga kangel choke te ni se kai da sunang ka phuppu ma ka ni se wa da.
Initially, when we started growing the hazelnut, there was lack of pollinators, so therefore it did not grow well, and most of the shells were empty, and therefore we had to seek the help from the hazelnut company.
ne une phosing ga kangel choke te ni se kai nang ka ne khuma ka ni mang pu kai rang khuma ka se di ke ga nan ne company ki ne lok ni oda kalam kai popiliga ko sukni ne kalam godang parang motap kanjang apai ga phika da shi.
After the lack of pollinator, the company came back with the crafting of the pollinator, and it was first and initially started with my kit.
예, 오다 까람 피니 실리가 고축니 오망이 닉증 방도딘 자다 줄리 장가 바이가 고축 빠자다니 까람 kai 보고 이까 닉증 kai 탐진 게랑 피니 니 오마 시니 니 시kai 볼릭보 아니랑 시까 자다 줄.
It has been about 2 years after the crafting has been done, and the plants were growing very well with the pollinizer as well, and therefore there is a lot of fruiting material.
La sola.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you to our grower partners for your testimonies. Completely unscripted. We did not censor anything. They came up, we had no idea what they were going to say. Very happy that they said nice things. But that's how we roll, as we say on social media. It's just really honesty that's coming out from Mountain Hazelnuts, and I'm very happy that they had nice things to share here today. Also, thank you to our translator. He joined us very recently. So Sonam, could you stand up, please? He's our strategic partnerships and innovations lead. So thank you very much for the translation. We're going to be joined live, and we are live streaming this event, by the way. It's live streaming on the Mountain Hazelnuts page. We're going to be inviting Anton Reyes, the investment director at Mirova Singapore, and Ilka Noryamaki, the associate director, head of agri and forestry portfolio at Finnfund, via Zoom. Already apologizing if things go wrong. You know how things go with the internet and technical issues. So I beg for your patience and indulgence. I'm going to now invite our International Marketing and Sales Director, Cheryl Loke, to have a conversation.
All right. So, good evening. I'm Carol from Mountain Hazelnuts. Today, we are very honored to have Ilka Noryamaki from Finnfund and Anton Reyes from Mirova to join us to discuss their recent investment in Mountain Hazelnuts and also Bhutan's role in sustainable agriculture. Before we begin the session of question and answers, I will just do brief speaker introductions. Is this okay? Yes, I hope. So Ilka Noryamaki is Associate Director and Head of Agriculture and Forestry Portfolio at Finnfund. There is a squeaky sound. Okay, sure. So Ilka leads Finnfund's investments in agriculture and forestry, focusing on sustainable development in emerging markets. Finnfund, a Finnish development financier, recently made its first investment in Bhutan by supporting Mountain Hazelnuts, aiming to promote regenerative agriculture and support local communities. The other gentleman we have with us today is Antoine Reyes, the Investment Director of Natural Capital at Mirova. Antoine oversees natural capital investments at Mirova, a global asset manager dedicated to sustainable investment. Based in Singapore, he brings extensive experience in impact investing across Asia, focusing on projects that balance environmental sustainability with economic growth. So we'll start off the first question to the both of you. It would be great if you could tell us a little bit more about what motivated your organizations to invest in both Mountain Hazelnuts and Bhutan. Maybe to start us off, let's have Ilka. Ilka?
Thank you, Cheryl. And thanks for the introductions. I have to say it's a pleasure to be in this event and being invited into this event, although I do feel a bit lonely here in Helsinki sitting in a small office, but and would be great to see you all in person, but it wasn't possible at this time. I hope you can still hear me well. Cheryl, can you confirm?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Yeah, so coming to your question, so what motivated us to invest into Mountain Hazelnuts? I think what really impressed me and the team, we were a fairly large team coming to Bhutan. From the beginning, what we saw is the Bhutan's and also Mountain Hazelnuts commitment to environmental conservation and sustainable agriculture, which aligns really well with Finnfund's mission and what we do. Mountain Hazelnuts model office simultaneously improving the livelihoods of local farmers and restoring degraded lands presented a compelling opportunity for this investment. And finally, what made this investment really compelling also was the great team that we met in Bhutan, and also the farmers that we met, and how we saw the heartfelt commitment that people had towards this company.
That's perfect. Thank you, Ilkka. And just one technical thing. May I ask that whoever is not speaking can put their microphone on mute? I think it might make the sound a bit clearer. Thank you, Ilkka. And Antoine, over to you.
Yes, thank you, Cheryl. And first of all, thank you to His Excellency and the government of Bhutan, also to Mountain Hazelnuts, and greetings to everyone in the assembly. Mirova couldn't make it today to Bhutan, but it's a pleasure to be participating online and share our experience. As said earlier, we've been a partner of Mountain Hazelnuts since 2020, and we are proud to have worked alongside the company over these past years. This additional, more recent investments that we have done aims at further supporting the growth journey of Mountain Hazelnuts. And I think as primary goals, we will ensure that the company continues to work with smallholder farmers and keeps developing climate resilience orchards. And we also think that the company is uniquely positioned to take advantage on its market, securing premium pricing internationally for Bhutanese grown hazelnuts.
Wonderful. Thank you, Antoine. And for the second question, we'll direct this to Ilkka. Maybe you can tell us a little bit more about how Bhutan's investment climate supports sustainable agriculture initiatives in the Finnfund perspective.
Yes, I think the regulatory framework in Bhutan really encourages environmental sustainability, which provides a conducive environment for projects like Mountain Hazelnuts. The collaborative approach between the government and private sector is a prerequisite for any agricultural investment and for the success of such an investment. And having visited several government officials in Bhutan, we were quite impressed by the level of commitment and support shown by the royal government of Bhutan towards the project, the Mountain Hazelnuts. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you, Ilkka. And maybe we'll do the next question to Antoine. So, Antoine, what impact do you foresee this investment having on Bhutan's agriculture sector and more broadly the local communities?
Sure. So we anticipate improved livelihoods for smallholder farmers, also increased employment opportunities. Beyond economic benefits, this investment is fostering environmental stewardship with the promotion of sustainable farming practices. So for instance, we are supporting climate adaptation on grafting programs, which will enhance the resilience of Bhutan's hazelnuts orchards and also to changing weather conditions. So I think more broadly, it also sets a precedent for future sustainable investments, having a catalytic effect for the region.
Fantastic. Thank you, Antoine. Yeah, so I think we hear you better now, which is really great. So the next question may be for Ilkka. What, in your opinion, what makes Mountain Hazelnuts stand out amongst other sustainable agriculture investments? I'm sure Finnfund has a broad portfolio, and are we special in any way?
Yes, indeed. We have invested into approximately 30 companies in agribusiness and forestry globally. And this is our first investment in Bhutan, which is always quite exciting. When we first invested into or engaged with Mountain Hazelnuts, we really saw a maturing, scalable business model, which is quite rare to see, that you can really see how you can scale it up and become larger. But still, it's very strongly rooted in environmental and social impacts, which for us is extremely important. Mountain Hazelnuts integration with the smallholder farmers, biodiversity goals, access to international markets makes this a very holistic investment case and aligns very well with our mandate. I'd say in particular, what impressed us and myself is how Mountain Hazelnuts combines environmental restoration, inclusive employment, especially for women, and long-term export potential of high-quality hazelnuts. It's quite rare to see all these aligned so well in a single project.
Fantastic. Thank you. Sorry, that was a bit of a leading question. But the next question for the both of you, how do you see this investment as contributing to Bhutan's broader economic goals? And maybe Antoine, you can start us off.
Sure, thank you. So at Mirova, we seek to build sustainable ecosystems, taking a holistic approach on nature by supporting private sector operators. In the case of Mountain Hazelnuts, we think it will help fostering sustainable livelihoods for farmers in Bhutan. It will help building integrated food supply chains across the industry. And lastly, contribute to the preservation of biodiversity and ecosystems. And we think this aligns probably well with Bhutan economic goals, where development should not come at the expense of nature, as this was said earlier. And ultimately, it could contribute in reinforcing gross national happiness, which is, I understand, a stewardship goal in Bhutan.
Fantastic. Thank you, Anton. And Ilka, over to you.
Yes, I believe it complements Bhutan's strong environmental commitments and priorities in rural development. By strengthening climate resilient agriculture, this investment will support both economic inclusion and climate adaptation and mitigation, which also is globally important, not only for Bhutan. I believe this investment also underscores growing international confidence in Bhutan and its sustainability-driven private sector, and will set the precedent for future European development financial institutions for further investments and also for other foreign direct investment to the country. From Finland's perspective, I believe it also reinforces our role, Finland's role in supporting Bhutan's economic resilience and commitment to environmental sustainability.
Fantastic. Thank you. And I think just to round off this session, with one question, I think that would interest a lot of people in this room. My question to the both of you: what would you say to other international investors that are also considering investing in Bhutan? And maybe Antoine?
So Bhutan has historically benefited from sustained economic growth and has built strong economic ties with its Asian neighbors. And I think the private sector could gradually play an increasingly important role in the development of the country and will for sure have benefits such as creating employment opportunities. And investors like Mirova really are taking a long-term perspective, which could fit well with the government's objective in terms of vision and opportunity. And I think this fits well with the country setting an example for what climate-aligned investing can look like.
Oh, fantastic. And Ilka, what do you think?
Yeah, I fully echo with what Antoine said. Just to add, I believe Bhutan offers a very unique investment environment, which is stable, it's driven by values, and it's very forward-thinking. So what I would say to other investors, so if you want impact with integrity, Bhutan is a place worth exploring.
Fantastic. Ilka, Antoine, thank you so much. Maybe over to you for any last words of vote of thanks. Antoine?
Yeah, sure. Thank you for the opportunity to share today. I think this was said earlier, but we are proud partners of Mountain Hazelnuts. And yes, we hope to meet in person with multiple stakeholders as we build further this partnership with Mountain Hazelnuts in Bhutan. So thank you.
Thank you. Ilka?
Yeah, from my side, just want to thank all the participants for the interest and also the joint commitment that we have seen along the way and everybody working for the success of Mountain Hazelnuts. And we very much look forward to working with the company and all of you in growing the story of Mountain Hazelnuts.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Ilka and Antoine, for sharing your insights. Both of them have been personally very crucial in the Mountain Hazelnuts journey, and both of their institutions have been instrumental in getting us to this point today. So really an extra warm thank you. And yeah, let's all work together to contribute towards Bhutan's sustainable development goals. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Cheryl. We would now like to share an impact video, a very short video featuring are hazelnut growers. You might see familiar faces in there.
네 엄마 레알레 마르바 랑틴 가니 촐라칸카 네 우투 싱기 펜톡바 우투만 다니고 빠쭉바 간까 보니 쭉바 네 엄마 보네랑 미니랑 전절라 오노 세테 쫑니 자니 싱 레알레 마르바 감 간파 감니 당우다 바카 네 왁자바 스쿨 때 람바 카르체 필리 마르바 감니 네 우투 세기 텐 봉쇼니 네 카르체 필리가 레와 아니 장가 가두게 오네나 핀잘랄레 엄마 아니 보네나 피니
Before hazelnut, strawberry chukdei, actually hazelnut hipdalu, the hazelnut chika juniki drive. Chika chukomen the gas sarim by the mola, chikamachu taverme. The sulinga gachi experience of season, the strawberry and open ear nashi strawberry cariumable, cariume. The hazelnut tree boomdos and strawberry in Mindula. Most good experience. Analtopchilla. And if the cocky set in an amsalism megomeva. Then the introversion into farming. Namsalism megomeva. And even the Namsato Athena, the Koi domata, strawberry domata, mola. And about the Garabesa, La Garabesa, the land the Konams Begomendu, the Nazitiri name more.
May I have the pleasure to invite Paola Pampaloni, Deputy Managing Director for Asia and Pacific at EEAS, to deliver the closing remarks.
Kutu Zangbola to everyone. Your Excellency, Minister of Agriculture, Punchko, international investor and partners, government officials, local business community, farmers, local partners, and media. First of all, I'm extremely happy to be here today and to be back in your wonderful country again. As Ambassador said, was here to co-chair the EU-Bhutan annual consultation that was just concluded 1 hour ago, and I apologize again to have made you waiting so long. This year is very important year, and I was very interested to listen to this presentation. Why? Because this is the year we are celebrating 40 years of EU-Bhutan relations, which is a significant milestone and a moment to celebrate how far our ties have evolved. And 2025 has so far been an anniversary year to remember. There has been a very successful visit of the Prime Minister, top guy, to Brussels in January, where he met all our leaderships to try to find a way how these relations could improve, could be strengthened, and the area where we can work together. At that moment, the Prime Minister signed with the EU, with the European Commission, 17 million euro for additional assistance that are towards the support of Bhutan sustainable development. And this, as has been said, is a very important moment for Bhutan. to move from an LDC status. Bhutan graduated last year, and now we were exploring the possibility on how to change our relations with Bhutan from a development partner to a different type of partnership where a trade, investment, economic ties will have to be explored. And there is no better moment than today to see how these words that we have in all our meetings can be transformed in a reality of a project like the one that has been explained to us today. I remember that during a number of meetings in the past years, we were talking about the possibility of using EFSD Plus. This is a fund, a European fund for sustainable development that is helping all the country to reach the SDGs. And we were seeing how Bhutan could be beneficiary of this fund, but we were having this in a very theoretical manner. So there is no better moment for me today that after so many discussions on how these EDSF funds could be used to see a reality that this is the first time that the fund has been used, and there is a very, very concrete project that thanks to the CEO investment has been produced. And I have to say, I was eating the nuts and these are excellent. And I really congratulate the farmer for the quality of the products that the project has produced. And like the minister said, this is not just a project, is a sign of trust that the investors are putting in Bhutan for showing that there is a real green economic potential in this country. So this is the first, I hope will not be the last, but being the first is the most important, because you can be an example for many other investors that could be attracted to come to Bhutan. And speaking about the private sector, you will be happy to know that we are also trying to organize Bhutan Global Gateway Investor Forum that is going to happen in Brussels towards the end of this year. And we are going to invite a number of investors and promote the Bhutan has a potential area for investment. And this project and this idea, of course, will be very, very important also for other investors to see that this is possible, it's profitable, and can be supported also from our guarantee fund. And we believed also in this forum, in this business forum, that there will be lots of possibility between private sector to talk to each other. And this is also an opportunity for the farmer to find a new market for the products, because the products will be produced here, but I see the increase of the production is quite impressive, the increase year after year. And then there is also the important task to find the market. And we will make sure that in this business forum, also the search of the market for the products of Bhutan could be found. And yesterday I was talking to the Minister of Agriculture to encourage him to promote all the agricultural products of Bhutan, which are very, very important, particular, and very much loved in the European market. And we should market more, and more people knows the high quality of the organic farming in this country, more this will be more interest this will generate by European investors. I really would like to conclude in thanking the government of Bhutan, the Finnfund, the private sector involved in this initiative, and mainly all the farmers in Bhutan, the one who has given the testimony just a few minutes ago and have been involved in this production to make this project possible, and also to my colleagues that managed this project possible in such a short period of time. And be assured that is a privilege for the European Union to continue to accompany Bhutan in this very important journey. And next time that I will come here to Bhutan, I will be very happy to visit the hazelnuts plantation and be hosted by the farmer to see the real production. Kandicela.
We will be more than delighted to host you at anyone, pick one in Bhutan, and we'll take you there. We are drawing to a close of the event. I would like to request our Chief Operations Officer, Jeff Nichols, for the vote of thanks.
Your Excellencies, Dashos, distinguished guests, esteemed partners, hazelnut growers, friends and colleagues. I will speak slowly because my accent is probably the most difficult to understand here today. I just wish to thank you all for attending today's event. It's a rare opportunity to actually get all the stakeholders that we have in the project together in one place. And we'd especially like to thank the speakers of today's event. And they, one thing in common, they all have a shared vision that Mountain Hazelnuts will deliver a range of benefits to the country of Bhutan through job creation, environmental enhancement, sound land use, and economic development for the country. And then to hear the final news that there's a further investment of 17 million euros coming in through the European Union is really a nice way to cap off this day. I think it does show that, as Sean would say, Bhutan is open for business for international investments. And we hope that our project can become a benchmark or a model for other investors coming into the region. And so today we haven't really joined to celebrate a victory. We're very happy that we received the financing, but it really is only capping off like 13 years of struggle that Sean has been heavily involved in. And it's now the opportunity for us to take this capital and put it to sound use and turn the company into a profitable venture. And so we understand the responsibility that Mountain Hazelnut now has on our shoulders, because we have to make sure that this works and for all of our stakeholders. And so just finally, I hope that we won't have to wait too long before we can join again to celebrate our first profitable year, in which our growers will be receiving a share of the profits of the company. Hazelnuts will be contributing to export revenue for the country, and we'll have a multitude of little entrepreneurs working in Bhutan, turning our hazelnuts into value-added products. So thank you all for attending. I believe there's tea and coffee now to be served. So, okay. Thank you.
Tea and snacks will be served. We'll also have a cultural performance for entertainment. You're most welcome to sit here. You're welcome to wander outside as well. But I will be sneakily calling special people for a press conference in about 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes. Thank you so much for your time, for your patience, and for your company. It's been wonderful. Before we wrap up, though, I have a request. To Your Excellency, also to His Excellency, the Ambassador, the EU delegation, our Honorable Minister, Dr. Watson, Comm Secretary Tashos, if we could have a picture with our grower partners before we break for tea and snacks. So I would like to invite our grower partners to come forward as well. We'll take a photograph here. Thank you so much for agreeing to this.